focus on a couple of common mistakes that people make when dealing with images. One of which is uploading a photo that's too large for the page, and the other I'll show you after we take a look at that one. So let's come to our website, go to Standard Pages, we'll go to the About Us page and choose Edit. Now once here, I'm going to take these photos out here, or I'll leave that one in. But let's say I've got an image here and want to use. So again, we come to our Insert, Edit Image box. I'll bring that in here where you can see it. Okay, next thing we've got to browse, go find the photo. Now, it's not, the image that I want to use isn't here, so I'm going to have to upload it. So I'm going to choose Upload. And I've got an example on my desktop, so I'm going to go browse my files. Bring that here where you can see it. Okay, desktop. I'm looking for photo 1. Okay, so this one is the one I'm going to use as an example, that the photo is just too large for the web page. You always want to size your photos before you put them on your site. So, but a lot of times we're not thinking, we're working too fast, but let's go ahead and choose this image. And then I'm going to upload it. You can see that it's 755 KB. What that means is this is almost 1 megabyte. Way too large for a web page. But again, we're moving fast, we're not paying attention. I'm going to go ahead and upload that. And that one will take a little bit of a second here. And that's your indicator, is it takes a little while to get there. Now this is the image, so we're going to go ahead and choose that. And I'm going to give it a description, dog. Alignment, again, I like to use left and right. I'm going to use right. You can see right here, if you're paying attention, that this thing is 1,500 pixels wide by 2,000 pixels high. Right there, alarm should be going off. That's too large. For the most part, you're going to use images that are about anywhere from 100 pixels wide to maybe up to 900 pixels wide, and that's about it. Your website is generally just only so wide. So, but again, let's just go ahead and pretend we don't know that for now. We're going to insert the image, and there it is. Well, I can barely see it, it's so big. Let's hit Update. Now, this was the About Us page. Let's go ahead and refresh this page. Can you see? Obviously, way too large for this page. Probably even breaks the design up here. Yeah, see how we just broke the design. The right-hand side up in here, it's all broken. Just no good. We always want to resize the images in some sort of photographic sizing program, depending on what you use. There's lots of them out there. I use Photoshop. Other people use lots of different brands, and I've got some videos on some that we suggest that are online tools. They're simple to use. So the way this should have gone is, so when we, or rather before I show you that, I'll show you the other common mistake. So we've put a photo in there that's too large. Some people will click on this and then just bring the size down. Now what's happening is the browser is telling it, hey, when you display this picture, display it as if it's this size, which on one hand, that seems like a great idea. But the problem is that's almost a meg file, like a whole megabyte. So it means that your page is going to be a little slow to load if it's trying to load that big of a file, even though this picture here is probably more around the 50 to 60 kilobytes. So you wouldn't want to have a situation like this because you end up with your file just too large for the website in terms of file size and download time. So whenever you have a situation like this, just get it out of there, resize the photo, put it back in the size that you want it to be there. Now here's the other thing that I hate seeing people do. is when they size these, it's possible that you could contort them and your photos start to look bad when you start squishing things up. Obviously, we want this photo to look as nice as possible. So I never use these things here to grab and pinch these things. Just delete it on out of there. Take it into Photoshop. Take it into some program that you use to edit the size. Then come back here and put the right size in. And that's really it. And so the main thing is just size the photos the size that you want them before you put them into your page, and you won't have